Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. Just looking around the yard. I just moved some stuff around, got it cleaned up around here a little bit. The plow was parked over there. I was like, you know what, we got a nice little corner spot over here for us. So I put that in there. If I'm real careful, I can actually get some areas. I can probably get two things instead of just one. The baler may take up everything. Let's see, I don't know if I can get the windrower and the tedder in the, well, that's the roller, sorry, the windrower and the roller in the same bay. But we shall see. The only other thing I'm looking to buy, because we're going to probably need it sometime soon, is the seeder. And that's the only thing I'm really looking forward to buying here. And hopefully it comes up for sale on the store. I went ahead and I filled up all the greenhouses with water. So I didn't add any more fertilizer or seed. Just filled them all up, topped them off with water. So they should be good to go for a while. And I went ahead and put down our planting station for the trees. I rotated that around so it's facing the right way. I need to buy saplings for that. I mean, that's the only thing I need to buy. I mean, which is obvious, but when I did it last episode, I was kind of thinking I put it down, and every time I take a I thought when I took a sapling out of there, it would charge me for it. But no, you got to buy saplings to go ahead and plant. So there is that. So nothing left to do here in the month of September. We may even fast forward to the month of October. None of our fields really need attention. Where we plowed last episode, those fields do need to be limed, but the other parts of the field that we merged with it don't need to be limed. So I'm going to kind of wait until the whole field needs to be limed, and we'll take care of it all at once. Anyways, let's go ahead and go on to bed. And let's get rid of the month of September. I need to keep track of the cost at night to see if the horse helper is charging me, which I do believe if it's like it was in 19, it's $300 per horse. So with 6 horses, it should be like $1,800. Plus we got $5,000 for the $1.5 million loan. So it should be like $6,500 we will lose overnight. Plus production costs. So $1,320 for animal upkeep, $5,000 for loan. Property maintenance, almost $1,000 for property maintenance, getting us down to $96,000. But yeah, we have a $1.5 million loan going on there. So I didn't really see how much horse helper was charging. You know, in 19 it said horse helper, and it showed you how much they were charging. You better be sleeping there, fella. That's all I got to say. Reproduction, riding, fitness. Fitness is at 100%, so I'm assuming they are being ridden, and they're 90% clean. So, I mean, I guess I could clean them. And they're fine, I guess. You guys all set? Need to be cleaned? You do? I don't know what I'm paying horse helper for, but I think they're being taken care of. I have no idea. We'll just assume that they are. So, a couple things let's check on here. So, we're going to actually jump around just a little bit. We're going to... wrong side of the map. We're going to come over to the sawmill. Oh, yeah, I did cut down a few more trees and transport them over because I just want to make sure the sawmill is running for a while. I had about 10,000 liters in there, and yeah, we got some planks actually showing on up. So that'll be good. Am I going to sell them right away? Probably not. We'll hang on to them. The best price I just checked is in like July, and of course, we're in October, so wrong time of the year to be selling planks. Let me jump on these. We'll jump and get stuck, I guess. There we go. Really? I can't jump over that? This farmer, sometimes his ability shocks me. The sheep now, since they had a full month of being 100% healthy, yeah, they're getting there. So 3/4 of a pallet of wool to be processed. So we'll just leave that there. And in the meantime, instead of checking the greenhouses, let's just go over to our spinnery. Can I see how much is going? I can't see what's actually going on in there. So I thought it was going to tell me what it has in there. Hopefully it's got some cotton. Let's see. Cotton distributing. So it's not going in. You know what I didn't do? Hang on a second here. Let's see. Where is the... All right, hide inactive. No, I can't do that because it's not active, so I'm going to have to do that. No, here it is. Let's see. Priority 10, party 10. So I actually got to turn this on for it to be distributed to, right? I do believe that's the way it goes. And activate. And why did they disappear? View wall. There we go. So hopefully now that this is turned on, actually let me turn the wool off. The cotton is on. So hopefully that'll get distributed over here now. But if we look into the greenhouses, they are holding about 2,500 liters apiece, give or take. So we got 4 of them. That's about 10,000 liters of cotton. Yeah, get that shipped on over here. Hopefully that'll distribute now. And that will come over here and we'll start making some fabric. I will not be putting down the clothing store. We're not going to make fabric in the clothing. I'm just not going to do it. That building was already there. That's the reason why we're doing it. I don't want to be doing a whole bunch of production buildings on this map either. Now, my grass says it's ready for harvest, but it's not at the full height, so we're going to wait another month before we cut that grass. So I really don't have anything to do this month here, but we're going to check a couple of things. Check on the animals first of all. Our sheep, they got plenty of grass, so they're fine. The horses, they are doing okay on the feed as well. They got plenty of straw. Yeah, so I think that straw is going to last them quite a while. So I think next year when we plant, we're going to do like a lot of sorghum because I'll get more feed that way. And maybe a field or two of oats. And we'll have some oats in storage as well just to get some straw. And maybe I'll put down a chicken pen that will take oats. I don't know if I've actually got the one from East Vineland because that one will take oats. Let me see if that one's on here. Probably not. Chickens. Animal placeable pack. No, so the East Vineland one's not on here. So they're not going to take oats. They'll just take wheat, barley, and sorghum. Which is fine. And I don't know if I'll actually want to do chickens here. But, you know, we might do so. That's a nice little chicken coop right there we could probably put down somewhere. 100 chickens, get a little bit of eggs, sell them in the future. Yeah, so in the store, any chance of our cedar being for sale? No, it is not. A nice 7810 John Deere tractor for sale, and it meets our requirements. It's under 200 horsepower, but we got 2 tractors. We're all set there. And there is a planter, but we're not going to be doing any of these crops, I don't think. A lime spreader, a fertilizer spreader, but we already got one, and that would be just way too big for what we're doing here on Selendra. Yeah, so I think I'm all set here. Nothing to really do. Let me go ahead and fast forward some time here to the afternoon. And hopefully things get distributed over to our cotton. Ah, there we go. 10,000 liters they got distributed. So now we are making some fabric. So good on that. Yeah, so I don't want to cut down any more wood today. Like I said, the wood's going to be just there just to give us something to do once in a while. But I'm not going to rush into that. And another thing I'm not going to do, it was kind of suggested, and it's a good idea, but now that we own the side area here, we can cut down all the trees, and of course dig up the stumps, and then we can expand our fields over here. It's a nice idea, but since we got the land for free, and we're going to be taking a lot of wood off here, making a lot of money from doing that, I'm not going to expand our fields into the wooded area. I will expand our fields into the main part of the map as it is, but I won't be expanding into the woods. Alright, I'm just fast forwarding here just so the store can recycle some of that used stuff if it does. And then we'll go to bed, wake up November, and yeah, we'll be cutting grass, making hay bales for the sheep and of course the horses. And then in the month of November, we got to plow those 3 grass fields, kind of merge those 2 in the back together, and we got to replant them. I cannot plant grass in December, January, and February, so we got to get it done in November. So that way when the new year comes around, the grass should already be growing, fingers crossed. Let me slow down time here. Check on the store. Devoured trees. I need that. Oh, but it doesn't come with a chute on it. I mean, it will hold 50,000 liters. So do I really need a chute? I mean, you can always add the chute later on. How much is it? It's 57% off. So, I mean, if I wanted to add the chute, that's an additional $100,000. So what that does is, of course, if you're chopping up the stumps and you're taking up the wood chips, it'll just shoot it in back to a trailer. But for $100,000, if I can do a capacity of 50,000 and it holds wood chips and we can sell it, that'd be good. How much to change color? $100. I did not activate the color mod. I showed that in the East Violin video yesterday. I'll probably activate it for this one so we can change the color on it and at no additional charge. What color was it here? So I don't have to pay the extra $100. There we go. We're going to buy that because it's something we are going to need. I need to get rid of those stumps. And it's only 10 grand. I don't want to say only 10 grand. I'm going to try not to go over the 1.5 million that we already got borrowed. And I need another 40,000 for the planter, at least. It's like 41, 42,000. I say planter, sorry, the seed drill. It is raining. Don't rain in the morning, please, so I can cut the grass. There we go. Animal upkeep, 1,200 property. So I think the animal upkeep is part of the horse helper. I can't see the stats on the horse because he's in the... Alright, can I get rid of that? So now can I see what the horse is? Why do I got to back way up from here? So the fitness is staying at 100%. So they are being ridden. Cleaned? I don't know if they're getting cleaned. I don't know if the cleaning part is being done. So I'll have to do that once in a while myself. So we're just waiting for the horses to be mature. And then once they're mature, we can bring over to a training facility, which we got to put down. And we'll earn a little bit more money from the horses themselves. Alright, so morning's here. Well, there's one more thing I will need, but I don't, it's not that expensive to begin with. Yeah, we don't need nothing, a grain trailer like that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just buy what we need now and get it over with. It's not going to be for sale. Cedars, here we go, and scroll on down here. This is the 1590 no-till drill. And we don't need ridge markers. I will add the solid fertilizer tank for $510. So it's going to be $42,100. We need to buy that. And the only thing I will buy, but I'm not going to do it today because I don't need it currently, we're just going to be buying like the cheapest trailer right here. And we're going to make that into a baling trailer. It does have the universal auto load. This is going to be for loading up the fabric from the spinnery, or if I got a lot of wool from the sheep to be transported over, or the planks from the sawmill to be sold as well. As you can see, it's only $3,500. I'm not going to use it. It'll be a universal auto loader, but I'm not going to use the auto loader. At least I say that for now. We'll see how we get along. So it does drop us down to $36,000. Yep, getting kind of expensive. Boy, really need to start getting some stuff sold here. Not contracts, sorry. We're not doing contracts in this map. Let's see, how are we doing here? So already, well, it says 664 liters, but it should be spawning. So did we get any fabric overnight? I need to teleport here. Oh, so it spawns over here. So we already got a pallet. That's good. And how is... You know what? We're getting more cotton than the spinnery can handle. So we had 10,000 liters in yesterday, and it was processing. And yeah, now we're up to 19,000 for 4 greenhouses. Remember I was talking about upgrading them with the factory upgrade kit? We don't want to upgrade those because we're making more cotton than what we can produce here. So it might almost be wise to actually upgrade this, but I'm not going to be able to upgrade this because I don't have the cash already. We're short on cash, and I don't want to borrow any more cash. It should be like 40,000 to upgrade this. Actually, 40,400, right? Yeah, I don't have enough money, so I can't even see how much it would be. Too bad it doesn't... the game should show you, like, this costs this much. You don't have that much. Alright, well, it is what it is. Alright, so step 1 today. Let's actually finally get to doing some work here on the farm. Let's grab our fence 718. Now, at some point, we could also, once we get a good amount of hay here, we could always go ahead and make silage bales and sell those as well to bring in some money. But really, the money's going to come from the sawmill, which I kind of forgot to check on, see how many planks we got. Of course, making fabric is the other thing. But we'll do probably some selling here when the winter months come. I need to take care of the grass fields today. Need to cut them on up, turn it into hay. Need to plow the fields because we got our fields pretty well taken care of. The only thing we needs to be done is plowed. So you can see yield bonus is only at 83%. And the only thing we need to do to the field is plow it. So losing quite a bit on that. So we did pretty good last time on hay bales. And we're going to store them on up. And by getting through the winter, we'll see how we're doing in the springtime. And maybe next time we cut the grass, which at this point may not be until like May or June. Probably May before we get to cut the grass again. So it's going to be like 6 months. So definitely got to make sure we got enough hay going. But hopefully by next year we can kind of get a good idea on how we're doing and possibly go ahead and start making some silage bales once in a while. I was actually thinking about today buying another field, but we're already down to $36,000 and I probably am going to have to buy some seed and of course some fertilizer to go ahead and replant this grass. Probably not going to get it all done today. What I may do here is I think we'll just focus on these two fields here this episode, and then next episode we'll take care of the other grass field right there. It's not going to take me too long. These fields, as we all know, are kind of on the small side. So this process should go rather quickly. Actually, you know, I'm going to speed up time a little bit as well, just to get some more daylight here. Seems kind of dark over here. Oh, rain. We got rain coming? All right. Let me slow it on down. What time is the rain going to get here, and how long is the rain sticking around for? It says rain in the forecast. Not until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Well, if I just leave it at 1 times speed, we should be more than fine on that. But I am thinking already getting some cash here and upgrading our spinnery, because the greenhouses, I was not expecting the greenhouses to produce so much cotton that we're going to get ahead of schedule on the spinnery. I guess I could take one of the greenhouses and change it to something else and sell the product instead of making cotton in the meantime. Might look into that until we can afford to upgrade the spinnery. Yeah, so I'm thinking, I said only restrictions on this map would be not going over 200 horsepower. But let's try not to go over the $1.5 million on the loan. It's so easy to just keep borrowing more money. I think leaving that as part of the challenge is fine. Because we got pretty much everything that we need now. It's just a matter of just some products being made and being able to sell them. So I think I said just a little while ago, let's not sell the planks. We'll wait until they get a better price. But definitely if I can double the production speed of the spinnery, we'll make our money back a lot quicker that way. I have been finding it very relaxing on this series when I go work in the field, just because it doesn't take me like 45 minutes to get the field that one step done before I move on to the next step. This one here, it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, before I can move on to the next one. Yeah, I'm already been processing my brain about upgrading that spinnery. I think we're going to be doing it probably this episode. So we'll sell... I can't really see, but might be at least 2 pallets, maybe 3 over there. We'll sell the pallets. Hopefully the price is good enough. Sell the fabric. And yeah, we got to get that spinnery up and going because that's going to be our money maker. So I don't want to hesitate and wait too long on that. The sooner I upgrade it, the more money we're going to make faster. The only thing is it's going to make me, well, broke. So, and now that we kind of got the other restriction of not going over 1.5 million. And the front mower, I don't quite get that. You got to fold it before you can take it off the tractor. Not sure why, but it is what it is. Yeah, so right now it looks like our overnight cost is going to be, we'll just say like maybe 7 grand. So, yeah, we got to really start... I thought about maybe putting down like a solar panel or something like that, but I don't think it's going to fit for the way the series is going. I mean, yes, it'll make us money, but now I don't have the money to do so anyways. Maybe... Did Alien Jim put that watermill back on No Man... Was it a wind turbine on No Man's Land? And if so, I mean, that would look okay on here. I even forgot where... Generators, right? Okay, so I don't see it here. Small wind energy converter. I mean, that would take about a year to get my money back on it, which is not too bad. Yeah, I'll have to look for something, maybe put down some kind of like a small wind turbine. When I mean, not an not a fancy one. Got to kind of fit with the rest of the map here. So there are 2 fields here. We'll merge them together once we get to plowing them. And our yield should be a little bit better next time we harvest these fields. 20%, well, not quite 20%, but from 83%, it'll be up to 100%. Just unfortunate, I got to plow a grass field to put grass back into it, but it's not going to be that expensive to do so. And I'm also glad I didn't go with a bigger windrower than what we got. Because it'd be like 2 passes and I'm done. Yeah, so no more expanding with fields and such. At least not for now. Luckily, fabric goes for a decent price. But unfortunately, I think right now the price of fabric, well, it was like $2,400, something like that last month, but the price should be going down. So we only got 1 pallet. That's 2,000. We got some planks, of course. Yeah, I don't think I even have enough money to upgrade the spinnery right now. So I'm going to need seed and fertilizer for this field here that we're getting ready to turn over back into grass. I don't want to sell any of our bales either. Well, I was also just thinking of, I could probably cut down some trees and sell them, but I have no way to transport them or pick them up. So that's not going to work. Is there a place for me to sell just wood on the map, though? Because I could move the yarder to where we can sell the wood at. Let's see here. Wood. Well, the thing is, I could sell it at the sawmill, but we own the sawmill. So that seems like a really good price for wood, honestly. $1,000 per 1,000 liters. I am running this on hard economy, am I not? Yes, we are. Okay. I just didn't think wood went for that much money. Alright, let's go put the windrower away. Let's go get the baler, make some hay bales. Get the hay bales off the field. Then we'll grab our plow. Get the field plowed. Then we'll have to get our seed drill. Buy some fertilizer and some seed. You know the process at this point. I still forget once in a while to stop when a bale is being unloaded, because I'm used to the Kubota that we use on East Vineland, to where that actually has 2 capacities in it, so you don't have to stop. Eventually I'll get used to it, fingers crossed. But we should get more hay off these fields than we did last year, because yeah, even though the fields last year need to be plowed as well, but they also needed lime. So that's going to add our yield production pretty well for this cut at least. Oops, turn it on, then back off again. So even though we maybe looks like we're doing good on the hay, we got to remember we only have 26 sheep at the time being. That pen can hold 195 sheep, so we got to make sure we have a surplus going. Worst comes to worst, we can always load some sheep and sell them, which we might be doing in the future when the pen gets full. We might just go ahead and sell some sheep to bring some cash in and let them reproduce like you would expect. Let me go and drop this off into the yard here to get it out of the way. Yep, I clean up the yard, and then 20 minutes later, I got myself a mess around the yard again. Alright, so before I use the plow, we got to grab our telehandler. And I think these bales, since we got our shed kind of clogged up with the harvester, I think I'll bring these bales over to the sheep and put it into their little storage area that they got. Let's see, how many bales did I'm getting? So you got 1. That's a bush, not a bale. We got 2, 3, 4 in total. It's pretty good that the telehandler can hold that much weight. Now the dangerous ride over to the sheep pasture, because this road's a little bit bumpy. Yeah, that trailer is only 3,500. I could use that for, you know, loading on pallets, loading on bales. All right, looks like I only got 2 pallets of planks over there. I was hoping for a couple more than that. I guess we'll just have to see where we stand after I get the seed drill and buy some seed and fertilizer for that so we can replant the grass. But I think that's going to put us down to where I need about $10,000 more, and we don't got that cash. I could bring these pallets over and start making some fabric from these, because one is for wool, one is for cotton. So if I get those production bolts going, but that's not going to help. Well, it may help us spawn. All right, so how am I going to load this up here? Let's put this to the side. So I kind of have to put the bales on top of one another. We'll get some space in between. But at least by storing some over here, might be actually going through the wall there. That looks a little weird. No! Alright. I was hoping that would work. Alright, it's not going to be pretty, but if it holds, it holds. Oh, sorry, I was going to grab that, this wool and bring that on over and get that processed. My brain there for a little while was saying, yeah, I don't want to bring this over because it's not going to bring enough a full pallet of fabric, but we got cotton being processed as well. I think that's as wide as those forks go. Alright, so we'll just grab one. And then grab the other. For the early stages, yeah, it's not bad using a telehandler. We don't have that far to go to move this stuff around. Try to stick to the road here. Alright, so where is this stuff going to disappear? It disappeared there. Alright, let me go into here. Production buildings. Yep, we got 1,000 liters. Yeah, the cotton is just overpowering the spinnery. Let's go ahead and activate that. We almost got another pallet of fabric, actually. Let's see what the fabric is going for today. Oh, the price is actually going up. Ah, okay, yeah, we when I checked it, it was September, I think. Or maybe it was last month. But the price is going on up. So that's a good thing. Yeah, so it does max out, what I want to say max out, almost near 4,000. But we're going to need about 10 grand, so 2 pallets is not going to quite get me there. And wait a minute, the planks, I forgot to check on the planks, because that's another thing we can sell today. Planks, I was just probably on it not long ago. 1,200, so I got about 24. Yeah, I might be shy like $2,500 to upgrade that, but one step at a time. I got to get these bales out the field. We still got to plow this field and get it planted or seeded. Well, if I keep kitty-cornering it like that, it will somewhat work. I tried to stack this bale on top of that one up in the corner, but between the ceiling and everything else, the bales started jiggling everywhere, and it wasn't looking too safe. Right, I'm actually going to park the telehandler over into the sawmill if we decide to go sell this stuff later on, to see if I can get enough money to upgrade the spinnery. That would be great if we could do that. But I want to take care of that grass field first, so I need to plow it, merge the fields together, and then we'll go get our John Deere seeder, and we'll replant that with grass so I can start growing and be ready as soon as I can next year. Fingers crossed, we got enough money to do this. I think we're going to be short. So to start off, I got it on to limit the fields. So I'm going to plow the fields as they are, and then we'll go ahead and we'll let it create fields. And all I want to do is merge this field with the field behind us. And this should be just a one-time thing for these grass fields. Once you plow them, you really don't have to take care of them much after that. Now, the spot I'm going to create the field in, that is going to require some lime. So, next time I do any lime spreading, I'll have to take care of that. I shouldn't be turning corners with plows. That's not a great thing. It does seem kind of weird that you're plowing in the field, then as you drive off the field, it's not actually plowing anything. Have to come around and get some of the edges later on. Few more passes in this field, then I can scoot across and do a couple more passes in the other field, then we'll merge them together. And then this grass field, once we replant it, as long as we keep up on it, it'll be 100%, and we should get more hay off it, and or silage bales depending on what we want to do. Yeah, this plow seems to be about the right size for what I want to do here in Selendra. But then again, we're not going to be plowing our fields only, when we buy them. If they're required to be plowed, we'll have to plow them. Because we're not going to be doing any root crops here, corn or anything like that. So we shouldn't have to plow our fields that often, if at all, once we get them situated and going. Now you can kind of see where the two fields need to be met. Should eliminate that bush as well. There's that last little piece there. I do have a piece I just missed, so let's grab that little tiny piece. Because I know it'll annoy me if I don't get it. Wait, what? Did I miss it again? Why is that not... Alright, let me put down allow create fields. Let's see if it'll plow it. There we go. So technically that wasn't part of the field. Interesting. Alright, let's see if I can get these kind of lined up well. It's also kind of interesting now when you get it done like that, you can see that the fields are not, I won't say perfectly aligned. There's nothing wrong with that, because that kind of makes it kind of interesting and unique. Alright, lift up the plow. Spin it around, and what we'll do is just come across like this. I just want to merge them together. I don't want to expand these fields at all, on the sides anyways. Just want to merge them together. But these pieces are going to say they need some lime. But overall, this field is pretty well taken care of. Alright, one more pass, and then we can go grab our John Deere and get to reseeding the grass back in. Alright, make sure I turn off allow create fields. And there we go. I'm going to put the plow actually over here, because I'm going to be needing it for the grass field to our left next time. Alright, let's head to the store. Spend a little bit more cash. That's right, I do got some honey over here as well we could sell. I mean, it's not a whole lot. I keep forgetting that we got beehives over here, even though we don't own that property. Oh, that's right, I spent $10,000 on the devoured trees. If I didn't buy that this morning, I would probably have enough money to upgrade the spinnery. But you know what? I saved about $8,000 by buying it on sale. So there is that. Alright, I need to come in here. Big bags are cheaper. We just want to buy one. And then we need some seed. Alright, so it's going to fill up, and how much does it hold? It's probably more fertilizer than what I really need, but we'll see. And while it's filling up, let me switch it over to grass. 1,000 liters, is that enough? I'm not too sure. Didn't realize it was actually this wide. As long as I can get it down Main Street here. Luckily there's no traffic or pedestrians. So it looks like we're all set. Didn't look this wide in the store, honestly. But now being a direct drill, I don't have to cultivate the field or anything. Alright, we are fertilizing the field as well. So when the grass does grow, can I roll it before it grows? I'm not too sure if I can or can't. Rolling is kind of new to me in this game, as most of you know by now. I don't really do rolling. I do love direct drills. Makes work a lot easier. Not having to go around cultivate or anything like that. So actually this is the first field I'm seeding here in Selendra. Yep, my fence is in the way. Let's go ahead and close those on up. It's actually nice seeing that bush being gone that was in between them. Alright, so I only used about 42 liters of seed going on the outskirts of the field itself, so shouldn't be too bad here. It's actually got a good working speed. Go up here. Yeah, it says it needs rolling. So now we can see the yield bonus is at 96 out of 100. Or sorry, yeah, well, 100 would be the max. So we don't have crop rotation or anything like that, but if we were to roll it, should get up to 100%. And the only reason why I'm putting off plowing it from the day that we bought it, I want to be able to harvest the grass all the way to the end of the year. We're not going to get another cut in this year, so this is a good time to go ahead and replant it. And really the only thing I'll have to do with this field the rest of the time we're here is fertilize it. And lime when it requires. Actually, it's been kind of a while I've done farming without precision farming. So is it every 3 harvests that you got to put lime down? I think it's 3 times. So maybe once a year I might have to put lime down in the grass fields. But right now, money's tight. Yeah, so that brought us down to 33,517. So I think I need 4,400 to upgrade the spinnery. So I need about 10 grand, and we're kind of short on that, I do believe. Now the one thing that's going to happen is the spinnery, I think, can only hold 45,000 liters of cotton, and we're already up to 20,000 liters that's in storage. So either got to upgrade the spinnery soon, or maybe take 2 of the greenhouses and start making something else in them, so I can make money off of them that way. But we'll see what we can do here. We'll figure it all out, but before we end the month of November, which will be next episode. Yeah, this seed drill is going to work out just fine. Might be a little bit too big for what we're doing here. But once we get more fields on the other side of the map, those fields will be a little bit bigger. So it'll look like it fits in a little bit better. But now, even though the fields are cheap, and I'm putting the restriction on not going over the $1.5 million loan for a while, it's going to be hard to expand just because we're paying like 7 to 8 grand per night for the loan interest, production cost, the horse helper, and all that. So now we need to upgrade that spinnery sooner than later, because that, for the time being, will offset the cost. And then little by little, if I can repay the loan, and then before you know it, we won't have a loan interest. And And we'll start making some cash. But the one thing that's going to help out the sheep now are at 100%. So they're producing wool a little bit quicker to make fabric. And once they actually get into reproducing, which they currently are reproducing, it's going to take a little while before we get another 26 sheep. So by the time next spring rolls around, we might be doing well enough. I'm not going to say good, but I'm going to say well enough to where we're offsetting the price of everything. Am I all done planting grass in this field here? Looks like we are. So let me go ahead and park this right here. Alright, so we just got one more grass field to go. We'll do that next episode. Alright, so where am I bringing these planks here? Wherever this place is. Is it this one here? Okay, so it's right on down the road. So let's go sell the planks. And right now we only got one pallet of fabric. But we'll see how close we can get. Oh, these pallets are spawning just far enough apart where I can't grab them both at the same time. I can't even pick up one when it says in the right direction. There we go. That should stay right there. Luckily, it's a small map, so it's not going to take me too long to get on down the little bit of a road. So basically, I need like 11 grand. So, yeah, we're going to be a little bit short. But we're not far off from another pallet of fabric. And that's 2,600. Alright, so this will be our first time actually selling something, right? I don't think we sold anything yet here in Selendra. Do I have beacons? I don't see a beacon anywhere. Not that we need it. So I think this is the store. I'm just not sure where the sell point is. Oh, it's right there. Alright, so that's $2,500. That's not too bad. That's kind of what we expected because we just saw the price. Well, the fabric needs to go to a different sell point. I could have sold it at the same spot, but we're getting a better price over here. I'm just not sure. Is it going to be this place right here? It's like Zito Productions or something like that. Yep, right here it must be. Alright, not too bad. I mean, yeah, we're still a little bit short, but we're going to get another pallet of fabric today. So that should get us over 40,000. Maybe another pallet of planks will spawn. And maybe I could go around and collect the rest of the cheese. I don't know how many more I got left, but they are marked on the map because we found enough of them. I could go around and collect the rest of the cheese, and that can give me enough to upgrade the spinnery to double the production. And, oh, there's a little bit of a ditch there. And, yeah, I think even though we only got one pallet overnight, by doubling the production, plus we got wool in there now, not a whole lot, but we could wake up with a decent amount when we wake up in the month of December. Although, after our payment at midnight, I think we'll be in the red, meaning we'll be in the negative when we wake up. But there is one grass field. I might as well just park that there because I need that to pick up more hay bales. There is one grass field converted over. Nice and plowed. It does need to be rolled, but you can see it's at 95%. So is rolling 5%? I thought rolling was 2%. Okay, so maybe it's 5%. So you can see, well, we're trying to find that spot where it needs lime here. It doesn't need lime where I created a new field? I'm not going to argue with that. Now let me turn off needs rolling. Alright, so it does need lime here. I'm just not in the right spot here. Alright, so you can see where it says it needs lime. Yeah, it brings it down to 80%. Alright. So maybe I will spread some lime on it. If I got the money to do so. We're going to see shortly. But we are just about broke. So if I remember correctly, like I said, the factory upgrades, to upgrade the factory to the next level, it's 10% each time, and that was 40,000 if I remember correctly on the spinnery. So 10% of that is 4,000, so it should be $44,000 to upgrade that to level 2. Worst comes to worst, we'll just take the greenhouses and start making maybe like, well, I don't know, maybe lettuce, tomatoes, strawberries, or something like that. And we'll make some money that way in order to be able to upgrade our spinnery. But that'll be step 1, upgrade the spinnery at least to level 2. And then see how that goes. And maybe at some point, then spend $48,000 to get up to level 3. And with 4 greenhouses, I was not expecting the greenhouses to actually spit out that much cotton that fast. But there we are. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.